I wanted to be in the army. And then I realized how difficult it is. I quite quickly abandoned that dream and that wish. Hi, I'm Nimrat and you're watching me on Femina.in. It kind of like is also a way for me to keep the child in me alive, because I feel like, living in the city, we have so many responsibilities. You're always planning forward. You're thinking of the next day. What do I have to do? Where do I have to go? What's my next job? Phone calls, Instagram, social media, this happened, that happened. So you kind of just switch off, and it happens so naturally and so effortlessly for me in nature. I feel like I truly come alive when I'm in my element there. It's very hard to really pick one, but I think The Test Case is a series I did some years ago, and that for me is especially close to my heart because I play an army officer in that and I'm an army girl. So I grew up with that dream. I wanted to be in the army, and then I realized how difficult it is. I quite quickly abandoned that dream and that wish. So this was like, life coming a full circle where I'm an actor and I can play, being an army officer. So I really loved that a lot. I loved feeling the feeling of being in that uniform, and that's actually the only costume I've ever retained from any project, because it didn't feel like a costume. It felt like a home, So that part's very close to me. So the lunchbox is all, about food and love and, the love for food. And the one thing that I constantly heard from everyone was how hungry it made that film made them. They were like, we had to pause if they were watching it at home, to go and eat something and come back. And, they got so hungry after they finished watching. If it was at a theater, they went out to eat. If people were watching it abroad, we had to go to an Indian restaurant and eat. So it was so much about food and food and food. But the reality is that the food that was being presented in the movie was absolutely atrocious, inedible, because it had to look good. So there were all kinds of acids and all kinds of weird things being put in it so that, steam would rise and it would look crispy and crunchy and red and green and whatever it needed to look like. So the vegetables couldn't be too cooked. Not that I had to eat anything, but I remember that, Irfan had to eat all of that. Not that he had to eat stuff which had acid in it and all of that, but even the things that he had to eat were undercooked, because they had to look crunchy and the color had to look a certain way and all of that. So the food was quite bad. Sorry, but yeah.